Is this thing on?
It should be.
All right. Well, hi guys. My name is Grace,
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Kat.
and we are the Midnight Anthem. And we are so excited to be joining you. If you're seeing this, it means that our song, Four Leaf Clover, is officially out everywhere. And this song has been such a special piece of our heart, and really the thing that has driven the inspiration for this next era of music we are preparing you guys for. So,
And we're so excited about it. So we wanted to kind of just talk about the beginning to end, how we got the idea, how we wrote the song, maybe some of the recording process, and just kind of have like a video diary for you and for ourselves about this whole process.
Experience.
Yes.
absolutely. This has been so fun.
Yeah.
So, let's do the thing.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Moved on, no need for closure while I'm still staring at a four-leaf clover.
Do the thing.
So what I remember from the day we wrote this is we had kind of started with some other ideas. I don't remember what, but I do remember we were kind of sitting, we were at your house in the dining room around the table.
At the kitchen table.
Yeah. And I remember like singing something and then no one was really feeling it. And then we tried something else and it wasn't working. Do you remember what any of those ideas were? I'm just curious if any
I
of
think
them
it was
became
one
something.
of those. It was one of those scenarios where I was like, "Hey, I have this song that I wrote a verse of, and an idea for a chorus, but I haven't been able to get any further." And Kat was like, "Well, hey, I have an idea. I have a chorus melody that I like," and you were like, "Chorus queen over here.
Yeah.
I have a chorus that I love," and I
Yeah.
just
It's just
It-
nothing.
One of
was
those things where
clicking.
we're all like singing stuff and we can be like, that's cool. And then keep
And then
it
we'd
just
sit
doesn't
there
work.
in
It
awkward
doesn't
Yeah.
silence.
inspire you in
It
the
would be like
Yeah.
one person would be like, "Here's a song, la 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 la," and then we all sit there and go,
that's really good.
"Yeah,"
That's really, I love that.
and then there would just be awkward silence, like, anyone else got an idea? But not in a we don't like it way. In a
it's
wasn't
just
straight
not
ahead.
hitting in the moment.
And then
Yeah.
I brought this notebook so we could reenact
Oh,
what happened.
are you going to do
Yeah,
acting?
Hold on, I'm gonna do some acting. Hold my microphone.
yes, ma'am?
So we're sitting. Wait, we're sitting at the table, and we're all just kind of like scrolling. Oops, I broke my pen. This is not going well.
This is not going.
This is why
well.
I'm a singer,
This
not
is
an actor.
just you.
So we're sitting, and I have my notebook, and I'm like flipping through the page. Oh, look at that! Look at that! A four-leaf clover just fell out of my notebook.
That's
It just
crazy.
fell
That's
out.
weird.
Wait a
That's so
second.
weird.
Hey, wait,
Hold
hang
on.
on, guys.
What if we wrote a song?
This could be the
About
song
A four-leaf clover
in
falling out of a notebook.
And
And then wait a second.
Bingo.
Then it just like all the memories, they just
Yeah.
flood.
came flooding back
So
Flooding back.
like the rain.
so that's exactly what happened, just like that, right?
Yep, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean,
Basically.
Yeah, and then I remember sitting. Do you remember if we started with the verse or the chorus?
We started with the verse. We knew we wanted the hook to be something with a four-leaf clover. I actually have a voice memo, which we can play in a little while, where we're trying to figure out how to go about this whole idea of the four-leaf clover falling out and triggering a memory. And you were like, do we set it up like she opens the notebook and finds the four-leaf clover and then it brings her back?
Yeah,
Or is it almost like The Scarf in All Too Well
Yeah,
by
yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Swift,
we
where
could play that now.
he picks the clover right at the beginning?
Like, I almost think it should be like she's not thinking about him. She opens it and the four-leaf clover falls out and everything floods back.
Yeah,
Every wish she made.
yeah. Just trying to come up with a better way to say it than just like I opened a notebook and the four-leaf.
I know.
Yeah, and
I
the
know.
only thing I can think of is to make it like somewhere between the pages, forgotten on a shelf, is a four-leaf clover, and like I grabbed the notebook, looking for something else, and I opened it and it came out. You know, like I don't know.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was really interesting that
Well, I think
you mentioned
yeah.
that kind of idea,
Yeah.
placing
And
so
I think
much
that-
on
that
an item.
also brings up like how a lot of our songwriting starts with we have an idea and then we try to shape like a story around it, because I think that's a very country music Nashville thing, where most of the time when we start a song it'll be like, well, here's the hook maybe, and then we'll say, okay, but what's the story, like
What
where
are we saying
starting,
in the
where are we going,
verses?
like what is the what is happening, because we don't want it to sound the same way. We want the narrator to end up in a different place than they started.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with this one especially, because it's a song about an object, it would be so easy to just like have the verses just describe like, it's green and it has 4 leaves and it made me feel things, la 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 la, and then the next verse to be like, you gave it to me and it was green and my eyes were too, you know.
Somebody put a beat behind that.
Guys, where's my Grammy? So for this song, I think having something where the whole song is about an object, the hook of the song is about an object, but you have to have a whole story. You're using, like, the 4-leaf clover is a character in this song. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not. I'm just listening.
Yeah.
Active listening, is that what they call it now?
So I think it was just an interesting challenge, I think, to have to like frame the whole song like it's about a person, but through the lens of looking at an object.
Well, and I also think it's interesting. A lot of times we get the inspiration from our songs based on something that one of us is going through. And this time, this was truly the idea, the story of this song was inspired by Sophia sitting at the kitchen table and opening her notebook to a random page to try and find an idea, and out falls a 4-leaf clover. Yeah. So it's one of those songs where the story is not mine or yours, but we included details that are personal to each of us throughout the song. So it was kind of crafting the story to be what it is without the experience behind it.
And I think I remember, like, I think we knew, because we had gone through so many ideas that night, I think we knew when we had the idea for 4-leaf clover that, like, that was a song we were going to write. But I do remember the first, like, 10 minutes we were kind of just sitting there, like, how do we start? What are we going to do? And then I think the line, this song wasn't supposed to be about you. I don't remember who came up with that, but it, like, set everything into motion, because it was like, that's the start. I also love when a song acknowledges that it's a song.
I know, me too.
Well, like, sometimes it's cheesy, but, like, acknowledging, like, I am sitting here and I am writing this song, and I wasn't supposed to write a song about you, but here I am, and this is what's happening.
This was one of those songs that took a long time to get started. And I remember, it's crazy. It's like you said, it's hard to listen to, and all the moments of, as much as we talk and throw out ideas, there's also just minutes of silence and tapping on keyboards and phones, trying to find something that fits and
the
clicks.
just like humming the.
And then Sophia, I have it in the voice memo, but Sophia at one point goes, after, you know, trying to, like, it was in the pages of a notebook, and I pulled the notebook off the shelf that I hadn't seen in years, and, like, trying to, like, really, she goes, I wish this song wasn't about you. What if we opened that and ended the song with that?
It was me. I'm the genius, y'all.
And
give me my
like,
Grammy.
What about, okay, this might be, I think the saying is putting the cart before the horse. But what if, kind of going off of your idea, what if the first line is something like, I wish this song wasn't about you? And then I also think it would be a cool last line, like starting the song with, I wish this song wasn't about you, and then ending it with, I really wish this song wasn't about you. So it kind of starts with, like, I wish this wasn't about you, but I sat down and I picked up my guitar and I grabbed a pen and I was going to write something else, and then that 4-leaf clover fell out, and now it is, I don't know.
I wish this song wasn't about you, but this notebook and pen had different plans. But this.
What if it's, this song wasn't supposed to be about you? This song wasn't supposed to be about you, but it seems this notebook had a different plan.
But yeah, sometimes it takes forever to start a song, and then once you get it going,
because I think that line, like, this song, like, I think we took that moment of, even though it was complete fiction, like, that 4-leaf clover I found for myself. I'm a strong, independent woman, and I can find my own 4-leaf clovers. What was I saying?
I don't even know.
Oh, even though the story is not true, we did take that moment of me opening the notebook and a 4-leaf clover falling out. Like, that was the imagery, the like story we were taking. So I think once we got like, this song wasn't supposed to be about you, but I opened up the notebook and a 4-leaf clover came out, it kind of jump started everything, and we kind of kept going. Do you remember? I mean, I know you remember. Originally, the first verse was double
Yes.
the length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna? What were the original lyrics?
I was just gonna say, let's hit the original verse 1 and 2.
Because we changed a bunch. We have a tendency
Well-
to write songs that are too long. So a lot of times, once we get to the recording part, we have to cut
You're like,
things.
We do.
Doesn't have to be this long.
Why
you
do you
can
have to
take
say
off
it?
this part.
Not every song needs to be a 7-minute song.
But we love a 7-minute
we
song.
do. So sorry to
Anyways, so
everyone who's
Should I
worked
just
with
read
us.
the original?
Yeah, so this song wasn't supposed to be about you. Finally got rid of the blue in my green eyes. I packed up everything that reminded me of you, and I did my best to move on with my life. But then originally, it kept going.
Today I opened up the pages of a notebook that I haven't touched in years. Kind of funny how the memories, they sneak up on you like the winter weather does in autumn air.
Yeah. And I really
love
like
I
those
love
lyrics.
that lyric.
But what we kind of came down to
Ugh.
is like, it's implied, because then when you say, but pressed there between the lines of a love song I never got to play, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're implying I opened up the notebook and found the 4-leaf clover. So you don't
You don't have to
necessarily
directly
need.
I
say
really hated cutting it, but
I loved cutting it because
had-
I could never get it right.
every single time we performed
2
this
different
song,
seasons.
like the summer weather does, and
I would just
Autumn
pick 2
air.
random seasons.
she's
and say
literally,
them.
I think every single time we performed it, it was different seasons,
'Cause I would like
every
be
single
really
time.
like, I get really
but
in
never the
zone.
correct ones.
I get really in the
Never
zone
the
when I'm
correct
performing,
ones.
and I just let like autopilot go with me, and I become one with the song, right?
One with the wrong
What?
seasons of
Yes,
the song.
no, allow me to
Consistently
continue.
different.
Allow me to continue. So I'm like in the zone, and then always when I get to that
Auto
line,
zone.
I get to that line, and then I'm like, shoot, I have no clue what the words are, and it knocks me out of the zone. But then I only have like 2 seconds, and I'm just like the winter weather does in the springtime air, or whatever.
That was almost correct.
I don't know what I'm singing.
Winter weather.
Does in
in
autumn
So I'm
air.
so glad we cut that verse so that I didn't have to
Oh
mess it up
my
anymore.
goodness.
Sophia.
Also, sorry, random. I'm a liar.
You're a liar.
Every time I sing the song, I'm a liar.
What do you mean?
I'm a liar.
Oh my gosh.
Because I don't have green eyes.
No, but
My
I
eyes are
No.
blue.
greenish eyes.
So there you go. I'm a liar. We can move
So
on now.
let's talk about that
Anyways.
whole first verse. So this song was supposed to be about you. Finally got rid of the blue in my green eyes.
Lies.
I packed up everything that reminded me of you and did my best to move on with my life.
I always loved pressed between the lines of a love song I never got to play. Because I love the idea of like, I always pictured it as they have this day where they're in the field spinning around. He gives her the 4-leaf clover. And then I always imagine she goes home. She writes this love song for him. She leaves the 4-leaf clover there. And then before she could ever play him that song, it's over.
Yeah.
That's how I always kind of
That's-
picture
That's
it.
kind of
me
how I
too.
picture
And
it too.
I just like,
It's
it
so
feels like a
sad.
movie.
It's
I
really
hope
sad.
they get back together someday. I hope it's like a rom-com, and in the future maybe they both get married, their spouses die, they're sad,
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
what?
and then they find their way back to each other.
That's why do their spouses have to die?
For
Why
the
can't they
drama.
just not find anyone
don't
else and
know.
they end up back together?
It just seems like it would make a good movie.
well, yeah, it would definitely make a good movie, but I don't think
Yeah.
anyone has to die.
Okay, maybe one gets divorced and one dies. Drama.
However it goes. I think it would make a fun
Would like
movie.
to think that maybe someday they get back together.
But anyways, she opens up the notebook, the 4-leaf clover falls out, and yeah, all the memories come flooding back, which leads us to our chorus.
Well, that's exactly. I feel like something we love about like Taylor Swift's music and so many of our favorite prolific songwriters is that the specific details don't necessarily have to be yours to make you feel something, make you feel like you were there.
Yeah.
And press between the lines of a love song, that whole pre-chorus and then the chorus, you're there. You're in that field with them. Can I say the lines of the chorus?
Yeah.
No.
So the chorus is, evergreen, you found it at 17. It looks the same now, even at 23, like a blue-eyed boy who's smiling, spinning me in a field of violets. You picked it up and placed it in my hair, made me believe we found forever there. I know you've moved on, no need for closure, while I'm still staring at a four-leaf clover.
Oh. And I remember when I forget who did the closure line, but when because we sat there for a while.
Guys.
Yeah, it's always good
There
job,
is no
Soph.
Midnight Anthem without me.
But we were like trying to figure out. I remember sitting there for a while trying to figure out what the the whole hook was going to be. What rhymes with clover? What rhymes with clover? And when she finally came out with closure, we were like, that's it. That's it.
Well, we'll add in the clip of the voice memo where Sophia actually came up with that. But I swear, before Sophia says the most amazing idea, you know it's going to be good when she goes, guys, maybe this is totally stupid, but
Every single time.
and then
I just
says
think
the
I'm an
line,
idiot.
and it's incredible. Well,
No,
you
but
can
every
be,
time.
But usually,
I really like that melody. I think we can do something with that. Evergreen, found it at 17.
Okay, sorry. Potential hook. You can not like it, but something like, I'm sure you've moved on, no need for closure, but I'm stuck staring at a four-leaf clover.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes, that's the one.
Your best lines, it's true. Every single time you're like,
maybe
I think this is a
might be
bad
totally
idea, but like,
stupid.
what do you guys think?
And the truth is, I was
Totally.
probably I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't remember much about writing these songs. Like, I don't have many memories of the night writing this song.
Well,
Like, it's very vague.
It was late.
It was so
Yeah.
late.
We were
Like,
all tired.
which is probably part of why it took so long.
Yeah. And we didn't even finish it that night. We finished
Yeah.
it a couple
We wrote
days
through
later,
the chorus
a couple weeks later.
and couldn't figure out where to go with verse 2, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so anyway, I don't remember, but I was probably on rhymezone.com and I probably put in the word clover. And then I probably clicked on the button that says near rhymes. And then I probably just scrolled through and saw closure and said, hey, what about that? So thank you,
Probably.
Rhymezone.
Probably.
There would be no Midnight Anthem without rhymezone.com.
But yeah, I love how in the chorus we really put her back into that moment with him.
Yeah, I
It
think
feels like the flashback.
like,
it
it
feels like
feels
she's back in
like-
that field being
yeah,
spun.
It feels like she's, like in her room going through her notebook, and then it's like as soon as she opens it, it's just like your eyes are closed and you open them and you're immediately like what word am I looking
transported.
for? Transported to the memory.
Yeah. I think we wanted the listener to live in that memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And to kind of go from like, yeah.
Well, I think everyone's had that first crush, that first love that you just, no matter what, no matter how bad it went, you will always remember how magical it felt. So, yeah, I think no matter what that specific memory is, that's what that.
Yeah.
That's what
there's
that chorus
always going to
does.
be that specific whatever it is that you see it or you hear it or you whatever, and it just immediately takes you back
The
to
song,
that person
the cologne,
and
the
that everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did we write the second verse that night, or was that a different
No,
night?
it was at Kylie's house.
We wrote that at Kylie's house.
Yeah,
too?
I remember
I
because
thought
I
we just
remember
did the bridge at Kylie's house.
No, because I remember talking about the High Kings sitting on her little
We were
whatever
Okay.
that
Yeah.
I
chair
stand
thing I always
corrected
sleep on
again.
is.
I don't remember writing this song. I don't even know if I was there.
You were there, I
You,
promise.
Was
you
I?
definitely were.
You
Are
came
we
up
sure?
with the hook for the song.
Because
and
we
the
also
four-leaf clover fell
filmed
out.
Oh, right.
the
You were
hole in the
there.
bottle thing.
What?
The
What?
hole in the bottle thing. We filmed
Oh,
it that night
that
too.
was that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess we wrote the first verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus of this song, and then it was probably at that point like 1 a.m. or something, and so we went to bed. And then I'm gonna say it was a couple weeks later, a couple days, weeks.
It was
days.
like a week
It
later.
was
week later.
Yeah, because we really loved the idea, and we were like tired and shot, so we knew we couldn't finish it that night. But I know we all wanted to like get right
Yeah.
on it. We didn't want it to be one of those songs that kind of like
Fell by the wayside.
disappears.
So
for
we'll go a week later. we were releasing our live cover of Hole in the Bottle from the Kate, which
Check it out.
go listen to it if you haven't. Real fans, listen to all our music.
It's so good.
I don't know what that means. So we were
Yeah, guys.
yeah, listen. So we went to our friend Kylie's house, future sister-in-law, future cousin-in-law Kylie.
We love her dearly.
We went to her house to record some like promo stuff for Hole in the Bottle. And I guess at some point that night we pulled out the guitar and stop shaking.
I'm sorry, I can't
You're
help
making
it.
me anxious.
It's not purposeful, I swear.
And I guess at some point we pulled the guitar out and said, "Hey, let's finish that there song." And then what? Somebody who remembers it, talk about it, because I'm just making things up.
Well, so we were there, and I have another voice memo. This whole thing, we can add in some little clips from it. But yeah, we were trying to figure out. I feel like so often it's the second verse. I feel like is
It's so
the hardest part to write
because you don't want to repeat the same exact thing,
but you
said
can't
in the
say what you
first
said in the
verse.
chorus.
Yeah. So it's like figuring
it has
out.
to continue the story.
You got to say something new, but it's got to like
It's
still.
no, so many songs I have where I've written the first verse and the chorus and then nothing because I can't figure out like what else needs to be said.
Yeah.
Well, because usually it's if not the same length as the first verse, half of that length.
Yeah.
So you have less time to say something meaningful because if you're gonna say something, it has to
matter.
be a specific detail to
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
But you only have half the time to say it. So,
Yeah. So I remember nothing about writing this verse. So I have nothing to say.
well, we
That's
have
really
a
helpful.
very special shout out in this verse. So, Kat, why don't you read the lyrics to verse 2 and then we'll talk about it.
And suddenly the sky was falling around me. Like the rain, the memories came flooding back. Driving to your parents, singing the High Kings. You never did give me that CD back. Why are you laughing?
You
All of a sudden you put on your podcast
Sexy?
Yeah.
And suddenly the sky was falling.
Anyways. Yeah, so we shout out the High Kings.
We do. One of my earliest musical memories was listening to the High Kings self-titled album with Will You Go Lassie Go and The Parting Glass and right around St. Patrick's Day every year my dad would start playing that and we'd listen to it at home, in the car, that some of the Clancy Brothers stuff, and one of the guys in the High Kings was actually a son, I think, or a nephew of one of the Clancy brothers. So I was always inspired by their music, and we have some friends who perform and are incredible Irish musicians. So
Yeah.
So I think
lots
at
of
this
inspiration.
point in the song, we were kind of like, 4-leaf clovers, St. Patrick's Day, Irish.
Well, not exactly like
No,
that, but I
not at
know,
all.
once we kind of had the whole 4-leaf clover vibe going, we wanted to throw in some subtle Irish like references.
yeah.
Like the High Kings and other stuff that's further along in the song that we'll wait till we get there.
Or do we go the Irish direction and like say about
Well, let's see if we want to put inklings of Irishness in it. What's the group?
the Clancy Brothers, the
No,
High Kings?
The High Kings. You could like say something about like the memories came flooding back. Like, listening to the High Kings, me sitting in the passenger seat, and that's not in lyric formation.
Like,
but you know what I mean?
on
like
our way
like
to your
on our-
parents' house,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Like that
paint
type of
the
vibe, paint the picture. We're listening to the High Kings, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and we're on the way to your little sister's birthday party.
Yeah.
But
I think musically we've all been inspired by a lot of like sort of different subgenres of folk and singer-songwriter stuff. And
for sure.
Irish, a lot of that music tends to fall into that kind of
like
folk
folky.
category. So we were like, hey, maybe if we include more of these details that you notice in Irish music, and maybe if we talk our incredible friends into coming and playing on this song with us,
Hypothetically, maybe.
then maybe we can put out our cute little country singer-songwriter version of an Irish
Yes.
song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I always think about, I'm like, how many genres can we put into one song? Country, singer, songwriter, pop, Irish, folk? Acoustic.
Yeah,
Wait till we do a heavy metal song, y'all.
I'm in.
I'm so down.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think my favorite line in this verse, I love you never did give me that CD back. Because I love you don't even have to say. I love when you don't have to say things to get it across. You know what I mean? Like,
That's the CD.
you say we're driving to your parents singing
I
the
bought
High
my
Kings.
own.
You never did give me that CD back. Like, you don't have to say, oh, I left my CD in your car. And then, you know, like just saying you never gave it back is like a, and it also gives it, I'm talking a lot. And not saying anything. That's a, okay.
Just think.
Sorry.
What's your point?
My point is the narrator has a sign of him, a memory of him in the four-leaf clover. And in that line, you never gave me that CD back, we're saying, and you have a piece of me too. If it's nothing else, you have that CD that you never gave back. And I think there might be like an unspoken wondering of like, do you still have it? Do you still think of me when you see it? You know?
Well, that's
Yeah.
what
Which was
originally
not intentional, maybe,
using
but
placeholder lines like, and when you hear those songs, do you still think of me singing them in your passenger seat? Like in reference to the CD and the High
Yeah.
Kings and that specific musical memory. Like, do you think of me? So I feel like we found a much more concise way to
Say that without being
get that
like,
point across. Yeah.
do you still think of me? 'Cause I still think of you.
Yeah,
which we've definitely done in other songs before.
Oh, for sure.
definitely. Oh yeah.
I think we literally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense in that song.
Wait,
though.
we have to bleep that out.
Yeah.
Can I just
Beep.
bleep the word?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Every time we
Do
say
you want to
it.
use my beep? Beep. You can,
Ready,
You can
guys?
put that over. Ready?
What?
What?
What am I supposed to be doing?
I thought we were all about to beep at the same time.
Oh no.
What are you
I was
saying?
gonna tell them that we have a new album
Oh.
coming out, and it's called The
beep.
Oh, now you're
beep.
giving me
and
a lot of
Sophia's
beeping
gonna
to
have
do.
to bleep all of these because you can't know that
Do
yet.
you want to know the singles after this one?
Guys, you're making my job more
Beep.
difficult.
Beep. Let's go. Ha ha.
Just
Beep.
gonna beep,
10th?
beep. It's gonna sound like a rap song in here.
People are gonna be like, "Oh my god, we didn't think you guys swore." We're gonna be like, "No, none of them were swears."
Nope.
It was all spoilers. All right. Anyway,
Anyways, back to
yeah, great. So then the chorus happens again.
You're skipping a
I'm
part,
a
bro.
liar.
There's a pre-chorus. Don't skip my part. Press
Cat,
between the
go on.
lines of a love song.
I love that the pre-choruses are very similar, but they change ever so slightly to
Yeah.
give you just like a slightly new detail.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell them what it is.
Press between the lines
Press
of a
between
love
the
song.
lines.
Press between the lines of a love song. Now you got me thinking about if I sound. Anyways, press between the lines of a love song I never got to play. Was the stop? Was the charm you gave me in July the only souvenir that remains? Which I've got to say really quick, I was so shocked that Jay didn't say anything about the way I say July. Because I go July.
July.
Do you know? Because I've been talking to people about this song and those lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
and I have so much trouble saying
July.
"charm you gave me in July."
Yeah, it's July.
Charm you gave me in July because
And you lie. Maybe it's a double meaning. The charm you gave me and you lie. And you lie.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we
did that on purpose.
guys.
Yes.
That was
It's
purposeful.
a double
For sure.
meaning.
Yeah, that's why it's
The charm
July.
you gave me and you lie. We're really geniuses over here.
For sure.
we are, but yeah. So I just love "Press Between the Lines of a Love Song." Just feels so like lush, like
Yeah.
lyrically lush. It's just such a beautiful phrase, and then to change it slightly, so we get to hear it a second time,
Yeah.
but add more details. I think that's really cool.
If we were like really over dramatic, I feel like Between the Lines of a Love Song could be a cool album title too.
Oh, interesting.
That's yeah.
Almost
like-
kind of like "Read Between the Lines."
Like
Yeah.
Between the Lines of a Love Song by the Midnight Anthem.
That is really beautiful.
That's
That's
kinda cool.
interesting.
Is it too late to change? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Mostly.
set on.
We've got a whole
Ah!
universe. We got a whole world.
Like, I'm just gonna, instead of beats, I'm just gonna put me going ah! every time.
All right. Do we say the chorus again, or do we just move on? To
No,
the bridge?
if you forget how the chorus goes, go back 10 minutes
We'll
and
add
listen
the
to that part
timestamp.
again.
Yeah. So then we hit the bridge, which I love because it feels like all of a sudden it's like all that pent up emotion, and you're just like, oh my God.
My favorite thing in like pop music is when the bridge hits and it like just takes off, you know?
Skyrockets into like
when you're, cause the verse is like here and then the chorus goes here, you're like sad in the verse and then you're like ah in the chorus and then the bridge hits and it's like
I feel like that's where you're
total
literally just like
turmoil.
word vomiting of like, oh my God, you know?
yeah.
Well, that's you. It's like you start the song, and she finds the 4-leaf clover, and then this little teeny tiny thing is the catalyst for this spiral, and it's like a second of her going down. Oh, I remember this, and I remember that,
reminiscing,
and then the
I'm
bridge is like,
oh my
holy
God.
crap! I cannot unlearn all of the things. Like
Yeah.
you're a stranger to me now. And yet you'll never be a stranger because I know all these things about
Yeah.
you.
Makes me think of I'm gonna ignore Catherine for this because she doesn't know what I'm talking about. The episode of How I Met Your Mother when Ted is teaching Barney everything about Robin, and at the end I think he says something like, when you date somebody you learn all these things about them, and then when you break up it's just useless knowledge.
Yeah.
I think this bridge is kind of like that, like looking back and going, oh my God, I remember how you take your coffee. I remember your favorite movies. I remember all of this. And what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
What do I do with that?
I think so.
That's taking up all the
we tell
brain
them
power.
the lyrics?
Oh, I guess we could actually read the lyrics to you. Catherine, would you like to do it?
Okay.
Put on your sultry voice.
And I can't unlearn the way you take your coffee, your favorite movies, how you'd quote them to me, or the songs you sing in the shower. I wonder if I've ever crossed your mind since your Irish goodbye. Now it's just this weed and I.
So it's so good.
It's so good. We
well,
love
I
it.
feel like we can't say that. Well,
Well,
we're proud of it. That's what
Yeah.
we mean when we say it's good, or we're really proud of the way things are worded.
We're geniuses and we deserve all the awards. So Grammys, what are you doing? Call us up. Nominate us. Because we're great. So this bridge, does
the
anybody
bridge.
remember who had the idea to like make it this ranting, like I remember all these things about you? Do we remember where that came from?
I do have the voice memo, so we can fact check ourselves here. But I think I remember saying we wanted it to be something kind of like ranty, like really just
listing
the
the
height of the
things.
spiral, and what is that? And I think Soph from across the room
Was
like,
it me again?
I think it might have. Well, okay, let's think about a lot of times we go to write.
Yeah.
I feel like you're really good with coming up with the story.
Yeah. I think I will come up with like a concept and
That's
then
exactly.
they will kind of fit that into lyrics, or we'll all together fit it into lyrics. But I think I do have a tendency to come up with like some, like, these two words rhyme. What can we do with that? Or like, what if it says something about this without any specifics, and then that comes later.
What do we want to say in the bridge before I start spitting out gibberish?
Maybe then it I mean, this is kind of like a tie back to the beginning, saying, packed up everything that reminded me of you. Maybe just say, like, I can throw away your sweatshirts. I can get rid of everything, but there's nothing I can do about the memories. I don't know.
Okay, so maybe like and I can't unlearn the way you take your coffee.
What if, okay, as easily as I can throw out the gifts that you gave me. I don't know.
Or what if it
This
lists?
isn't
What if
about
it?
me specifically gifts you gave me?
What if it listed a couple things there? So like, and I can learn the way you take your coffee, your favorite movies, your
And the songs you sing in the shower.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so I remember you know, once we landed on 4-leaf clover and that fell as the hook of the song, knowing I wanted to mention like an Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Like when someone Irish goodbyes you, for those of you who might not know, it's like they leave without saying goodbye. They leave without warning. I don't know where that originated from.
I hate when people Irish goodbye.
I know, me too.
It makes me so sad.
Me
because
too.
I'm like, I wanted to hug you.
You never know when the last time is going to be the last time. So like,
Yeah.
give me the chance.
Just let me
to
give you a
always just tell
hug
you
and
that I
say
love you.
goodbye. I don't know when I'll see you next.
Totally.
But when you have a family of 57,000 people like we do, sometimes it's easier to
Valid.
just leave because you stop to say goodbye to one person and then half an hour passes because it takes that long to say goodbye to one person,
That is
and then multiply
understandable.
that by 57,000.
It's I'm not saying I don't understand it. I'm just saying that I want that one last hug before
Yeah.
you walk out.
Instead
the
of
door.
an Irish goodbye, what would you call it if you just holler to the room, I'm leaving, bye. And then
An
you just
Italian
dip.
goodbye? I feel like Italians are
No,
loud.
Italians
No,
stop.
an Italian
The
goodbye
Italian-
is the goodbye I was talking about.
Well,
I guess
no, the
that's true.
Italian goodbye is that you go around, you say goodbye, but you stop and have a conversation with each person. So by the time you get to the end, you have to go around and say goodbye again, because
And then it's 2 a.m. and all you want to do is sleep.
yeah, kind of. I mean, that seems to be how it's gone with us. Anyways, so knew we wanted to include Irish goodbye, and then the last line is kind of funny because we've taken it out of context, or like we sang the song for my little brother and he goes, "Whoa, why are you talking about weed?" And it's like, no. We're not talking about like weed that
we
you
meant, like,
smoke.
a 4-leaf clover.
Well, I remember
Like we're trying to
the
diminish
first
it.
time.
Yeah.
Diminish its
'Cause,
value.
Yes,
Yes.
I remember when writing it, I think I said just this weed and I. And I was like, oh yeah, it's just like we're diminishing it. We're going from, we write this whole song, kind of making it into this big thing, this 4-leaf clover. It's amazing. It's incredible. And then when you say it's just this weed and I, it's literally, it's just
It's kind of like that moment of like you're irritated at yourself for caring so
Like,
much.
why am I
like
making
why
it's
why do I
literally a
care
Now
weed.
about
it's just
you?
this weed.
Why do I care about
Um,
you? It's
but then-
a weed.
The first time we played this song live was in Maine at that fair, I think.
We
And
played it a couple
I-
times before,
well,
but not for a really attentive
Yeah,
crowd.
Yeah.
so
That
we
one.
played this fair in Maine, and that line hit, and my brain went, oh, interesting. And then we get off stage, and I think I turned to them and I was like, guys, we have to change that line. It sounds like we're getting high. And they were like, I don't care. And I was like, okay.
So we kept it,
Perfect.
but now every time we get to that part, we
just
giggle
look at each other.
We do.
and we do the
Yeah.
eyebrow raise.
I mean,
But for the story, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and the way it fits into the recording, like how big that second chorus is, and then the bridge. Now it's just this weed and I. Like when you get there,
yeah.
it's like, it
I think
feels
the
like
production-
the breath after.
The
Yeah.
production and like the vocals on it help with that because it is so big and like songs he sang in the shower, and then like there's so much going on, and then on that lyric everything cuts out, and so I think it helps tell that, and helps make it clear that we're not getting high.
I think so. I
Yeah.
tend to agree with you.
If you listen to the song and thought we were getting high, you know what?
You clearly don't know us.
You don't know us.
you don't know nothing.
But also I feel like music can be whatever. One of the joys of music is like interpret
This
it
is
however
true.
you
Yeah.
want. And especially like this song, we said at the beginning, this is not personal to us. This like the story itself, it didn't happen to any of us. It's all made up. So if you listen to the song, take it as whatever you want it to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that last chorus, unless you had
Yes.
something to say about the bridge.
Nope, I was moving on to the chorus.
So going back into the chorus, we kind of do this like half slightly different chorus coming out of that bridge. Evergreen, you found it at 17. It still hurts now, even at 23. To see a blue-eyed boy who's smiling, I thought he'd be on one knee with a diamond.
That's so like
Dramatic.
gut punch. Come on.
Now it's just this weed and I, and then it still hurts now,
Yeah.
even at 20. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you come down. I feel like you just experienced the 5 stages of grief
Yeah.
in this song.
Seriously.
And
It's a
then
total spiral.
it is a spiral.
Yeah. You go from like, I'm going to write a song to, oh, that's the 4-leaf clover he gave me, to, oh my God, I still remember everything. And then like, I thought we were getting married. Yeah. We feel all the
just
things.
like that.
Just like
Yeah.
that.
And then, and then at the end, when you say again, I know you've moved on, no need for closure. Well, I'm still staring at a 4-leaf clover. One thing I love about songwriting is every time we sing that chorus and every time we hit that line, it kind of has a little bit of a different meaning. Because at the beginning, it's just kind of like, I found this clover and now I remember things, but it's okay. And by the end, it's like,
Yeah.
Ouch.
It's so big.
yeah, like it means so much more.
Yeah. It's totally true.
Yeah. So that's
Well,
kind of,
Those, them, there
yeah.
are the lyrics.
Do you guys,
To 4-leaf
either
clover.
of you have a favorite lyric in this song?
Oh.
I
Do
think
you?
my favorite
Yeah,
might
what is
just be
yours?
the first line. This song wasn't supposed to be about
I
you.
just feel like that's
'Cause
a
I
really
love- I
good,
love the way
that's
it
such
sets
a
up the song.
solid opening line to a song.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
It's very
Yeah.
intriguing.
I love that. I mean, there are different lines I
mean,
love for different reasons.
yeah.
I love driving to your parents singing the High Kings. You never did give me that CD back. I love.
I mean, obviously the hook of it.
I can unlearn your favorite coffee.
I
Your
really,
favorite
I
movies,
really
how
love
you
the
quote
whole
them to me,
bridge.
or
I
the
think the
songs you
whole
sing in the
bridge might be
shower.
my favorite
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I think I remember when we were working on that bridge, coming up with all the different things, like what might you learn about somebody when you spend a lot of time with them,
Yeah.
and just coming up with the different, like, I love the songs you sing in the shower. It's just,
I know.
it's
I know.
fun. It's just fun.
I
And
know,
the
I
way
know.
the
And, like,
melody goes
on the
songs
actual.
you sing in the
Ugh.
shower. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's tasty. You know
It's
what I mean?
funny because I listened back to that voice memo and I kept trying to do this, like, songs that you sing in the shower. And you were like,
Were you
no,
yelling at yourself?
songs you sing in the shower.
No, it has
And
to
I'm
be
like,
big.
okay, let me sing it again. And I'm like, songs that you sing in the shower. And you're like, but I really think we should try songs you sing in the shower. And
Was I,
I
like,
finally
getting
was
mad
like,
at
all right,
you?
fine. You weren't getting mad. It
I was
just like,
probably getting
you'll hear it.
frustrated.
You'll hear it and go, oh. Like,
Yeah.
I kept saying it, and it felt like no one was really listening to me. And then finally it clicked, and it was like, songs you
Yeah.
sing in the shower.
Like, it hits, it's like, ah! Yeah.
Hey, can I learn the way you take a coffee? Your favorite movie, the songs you sing. Sing in the shower.
I
Hey,
cannot.
can I learn the way you take your coffee? Your favorite movies, your funny. Your songs you sing in the
Your
songs you sing in
learn the way you take your coffee. Your favorite movies.
I think then it just has to be, or the songs you sing in the shower.
Okay. I can't.
Hey, can I learn the way you take your coffee? Your favorite movies.
Your favorite movies, or the songs you sing in the shower.
Yeah, it's such a cool moment. And in the song, we really wanted like the background vocals to almost make you feel like you're in a shower, like someone's belting in the shower, and it's just this big full sound.
Yeah.
Do you
I think
guys
that's
sing
so
in the
cool.
shower?
Yes.
I don't.
I know. You mentioned this the other day.
I
don't
usually
get that.
shower in the
It
middle of the night, though.
depends on where I am, and that's so weird. But like, if I know people
No,
are
yeah,
in the
yeah.
house, which is so weird, because like we're singers, right? So I shouldn't care who hears me sing, because like I sing on stages, you know. But if I know someone is like in the room next to the bathroom, I won't, or I'll like whisper sing.
Yeah.
I don't know what
interesting.
that says about
Yeah.
me.
Well, I shower.
But-
Typically, it's later at night. It'll be like 11 o'clock at night, and people are asleep, so I just don't want to wake them up. So maybe I would if I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in a house full of shower singers.
Yeah.
I sing, Tess sings, one of my brothers whose name I will not disclose.
We will protect
If
his
he
privacy.
thinks-
Actually, say it. I'll bleep it.
You have to bleep
You
it.
have
I
to
will,
bleep
I
it
will.
though.
Well, I'm already bleeping other things. I'll bleep that too.
I kind of knew
When
you were gonna
he's
say
home,
Duh.
When he's home and doesn't think anyone else is home, he like sing yells Frank Sinatra and Dean
That's-
Martin
that makes
and the
so
Rat
much
Pack
sense.
and that
That
kind of
too.
vibe. Yeah,
You're gonna have to bleep that too. But yeah, we have one of
really
those too.
funny. I've come home in the middle of the day on multiple occasions, and he's just
Yeah.
having a concert up there.
Okay, can we talk about harmonies really quick?
Yeah. Before we do
I was
that,
gonna say. Go ahead.
maybe let's take a minute, make sure everything's still recording because we're done talking about like the songwriting.
Ready?
Aww.
That's so cute.
I love that.
When we're done, don't move it so we can get a picture.
Yeah.
Shall we talk harmonies?
All right.
Let's talk. Where do you want to start with harmonies? Do you want to start with like the actual writing of the song and figuring out?
Yeah,
who's
I mean,
singing
do we
what?
want to? Yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of times
'Cause
people ask us how
we figure
How
out
we do
who's
our
singing
harmonies.
what.
and sometimes it's always different. So we'll just talk about with this song. What
Yeah.
happened.
I mean, I don't remember exactly how
think
we figured out who
a
was
lot
singing
of
what
times,
part.
Well, I don't remember how we came up with what part, but I think a lot of times with choruses, I tend to do the low harmonies because I have the
Yeah.
lowest voice.
I was gonna say, typically, when we're doing a song, if Grace is on chorus, I'm on high harmony, you're on low harmony. If Sophia is on chorus, usually I'm on high harmony, Grace is on low harmony, and if I'm on chorus, Grace is high harmony.
Yeah.
Sophia's always the low harmony.
I sing
And
low.
she's always the low.
Yeah,
You're almost always the high,
yeah.
and then I
And I
kinda
think
bounce.
I think
depending on
this
what's
one
needed.
it came to Grace singing melody because I think you had come up with the melody for the chorus.
I think that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think-
that might be right.
Yeah.
And then I think we had said me for pre-choruses because I kind of came up with the melody for the pre-choruses,
and that leaves the verse.
which
For
worked
me.
out well because the verse is the
verse
lowest
is
part.
so low.
So
I can barely sing it.
You're really the only one who could hit that in a
This
comfortable,
song's
beautiful
supposed
way.
to be about you.
Well, that's and I think like where we all ended up singing just sounds so nice in
Yeah.
each of our voices. Like your low is so gorgeous and rich and
I try.
kind of has little gravelly moments, which is really cool.
Guys, I was so sick the day we recorded
No,
it.
but
That's
it
why it was
sounds-
gravelly.
This
No,
girl
it
had
sounds
pneumonia
so
and
good.
In
This-
between takes was
seriously.
just dying in the vocal
Can we
booth.
just if you're sitting watching right now, round of applause for
Thank you.
Sophia
Yeah.
because she literally had pneumonia. She was coughing
Yeah.
after every single take. I
two,
mean,
like 2 days before we went into the studio, I couldn't walk from one room to the other without getting out of breath. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like I could not sing because just talking, I was running out of breath. And then I
Maybe-
woke up the day before the studio, and I was like, ooh, I can kind of breathe. And then the day of the studio, miraculously, I was like a lot better. But I had pneumonia.
and she sounded amazing.
really, really good.
Amazing.
Maybe
I did
here's
my
where
best.
we put in a compilation of all
Yeah,
the in
of all
between
the coughing.
songs of
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. I'm fine.
But
Like, are you
made
okay?
it
I'm like,
through,
I'm great.
and you sounded amazing.
did my best.
Oh, it's
2
so
days,
good.
2 full days of singing,
Yeah.
and she got incredible takes
What a
on
trooper,
every song.
for real.
I do what I can.
So, because the 3 of us have been performing just out and about, the 3 of us and a guitar, my dad on percussion a lot of the times, you know, we only have to be concerned about the parts that each of us are singing in the moment. Something we are kind of new to as we're entering like our second real recording project is coming up with all the extra background vocals, the really sort of ambiance, like pulled back that just make a song.
I had
Coming up with those and
so
stacking harmonies and
much
layering.
fun with that part.
Me
Yeah.
too.
It was so much fun.
Me
Yeah.
too.
And
went
just
a
coming
little
up with
crazy.
different like
I love it
Yeah.
though. Like I feel like we felt like we had to hold back from that for some reason. And with this project, all the songs we really just kind of like went for it.
Do you remember?
And I think it just makes it feel so much more magical.
Yeah.
Do you remember
And
me
it's
like
just us,
complaining
you know?
the whole time about how low it was and how hard it was to sing, and then getting the songs we sing in the shower and going, "Can I sing a lower one? Can I sing another lower one?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I need a lower one. I need
But,
a man one."
it was just so fun. And I don't even know. It was just so much fun.
Yeah, it's been really cool and it's crazy because some of them, like usually when we're just singing the 3 of us and not trying to come up with all the extra harmonies, it comes really easy, if not almost instantly. I mean, some songs we kind of have to work out a little bit, but it
like,
comes
this song,
very quickly
We
to
probably
us.
didn't even sit and say, let's figure out harmonies.
We just
We
kinda
probably
did it.
just did it.
Because it was really just thirds.
Yeah, it was just an
So-
easy, like, we do that naturally when we're singing cover songs, when we're singing anything.
Yeah.
So we probably just did it.
Yeah.
But the other ones we kind of have to think
Some
about.
of them,
it's like
yeah.
a fun challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figuring
coming
out
up
what sounds
with,
good together.
Like, I love the pre-chorus, the harmonies in the pre-chorus,
Yes.
where there's like some ooze too.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I love that
Oh.
sort of thing. And then the harmonies kind of go like, you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the outro.
Yeah.
Don't
that
even
one,
get me
yeah.
started.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I think the harmonies on the pre-chorus I'm obsessed with. Obviously, I'm sorry. Obviously, I don't mean to do it. It's just like a I don't
You're
it's-
thinking it's a
It's
subconscious
giving me
habit.
anxiety. It's like
I'm
raising
sorry.
my heart
I'm
rate over
really,
here.
I swear I'm not trying to. I lost my train of thought though. What was I just saying?
Harmonies.
The harmonies in the pre-chorus.
I love the harmonies in the pre-chorus. And then I had something I was gonna say, but I completely lost it. So
Sorry.
sorry. It's
My
okay.
bad.
It's okay.
You're shaking.
Well, that's and we also went through and found like a few little spots throughout the song to add. And I was playing the song for someone, and on the driving to your parents singing the High Kings, just that little kind of something. They were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's so pretty." Like
and
it just
the rain came falling back. I love that part.
Yes.
Yep.
We did a lot of, and I think most of this was Catherine's doing. On the whole next project, there's a lot of like echoey background vocals.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
an echoey
Yeah,
background vocal.
where it's like the main vocal sings something, and then there's a little like.
yeah, I think a lot of times we were just like playing the track, and I would just kind of be like,
humming in
Rain
between.
came
And then we
falling
go,
back.
do that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I love that kind of stuff.
I think the other piece of it is we really do most of the time when we perform, it's the three of us, and like I said, Dad on percussion, and it's not often that we go out with this big full band. Now everyone we've played with has been absolutely incredible, but we've really tried to figure out how to compensate maybe not having a ton of instrumentation for creative vocals and creative little harmony moments. And I think things like that, like the rain came flooding back sort of echoey thing, I think that makes it, and it adds an interest where there would just be literally just strumming chords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I feel like we also have to talk about the special guests we had
we have
this
to talk
song.
about the
Yes.
special guests.
in the recording process. So how did that come about?
Well,
You see, we mentioned the High Kings in the song and got talking about it, and I was like, it's kind of always been a dream of mine to like write an I've tried so many times to really listen to Irish music and get myself in that headspace and write an Irish song. And I think just based on the instrumentation I am able to provide and we are able to provide, and the type of lyricism that we're all really strong with, that's kind of a little bit of a difficult task. So when we wrote this and it had these sort of little details relating to Ireland and Irish music and that kind of thing, we were like, well, we have some friends who are absolutely incredible Irish musicians that, you know, they're our fife and drum friends. And for those of you who don't know, we've all been involved in fife and drum for as long as we can remember. Our parents, my mom and dad, their mom and dad, met in fife and drum corps. So if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even be here. So as we've grown up, we've become friends with a lot of these people that my parents grew up with. And one of the highlights of these fife and drum musters during the summer is going and sitting and listening to the Irish musicians play like late at night. It's just soft off in the corner of the campground somewhere. And so I think when we wrote this song, it was like, I wonder if we could convince them to come and play on this song with us and really make it this Irish influenced song.
so we got one friend to say yes, and then another friend to say yes, and then said friends were like, we know some other friends, and it was
Should
great.
we name the friends, or
Yes,
are we
we
just gonna like
should.
not give them credit?
No,
On
we're giving them
bouzouki,
credit.
We have
Greg Bacon.
on Irish flute. We have
Eric Chompka. On fiddle, we have
Adam Work, And on boron, let's say it all together. We have
Josh Salazar.
And my dad, the Dominic
Dominic
Cuccia. There's some little percussion things on there. So it really was a team effort.
And of
Yeah.
course, producer Jay.
Producer
Woo,
Jay.
shout out
Yeah.
producer Jay.
Can't forget about producer Jay.
Yeah.
I
Doing all
just
the incredible
want to
guitar
say,
tracks
like,
and
really
stuff.
quickly, like, in case they haven't gotten how grateful we are for them doing this with us. Like, seriously, thank you so much.
They made this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely made it.
The outro is my favorite part.
Me too.
seriously.
And it's when we stop singing.
Me too.
Yeah. I can't even, I don't have the words to explain how grateful we are for you guys being a part of this and making it what it is. I'm sorry. I
One
can't
of my
stop.
favorite things, it was so awesome the day we had them in the studio. It was just so much fun. One of my favorite things of this whole recording thing, though, was when we did the stomping.
Oh my gosh, that was the best part.
That was the best part.
The best
like,
part.
Of the whole thing.
The concentration we all had.
Oh my
so
God.
we knew we
We'll
wanted
put a little video clip here.
because we wanted it to sound at the end kind of like a group of musicians playing. And anytime you have a group of musicians together, they're all tapping their foot.
Like you've just walked
just
into
hear,
an
like-
Irish session
So we wanted
at a
it
bar
to
or
sound
whatever.
like that. So we set up some mics, and there were like 8 of us in there. There were 8 of us all stomping
Yeah.
our feet. Only 2 of us had headphones with the click track though. So Josh Salazar was really like conducting.
He
and
did
you-
so good.
Yeah, and you saw all of us just like,
staring intensely focused.
and it got so intense when you took the headphone. Like I had a set of headphones. I don't think you guys did though.
No.
When I took the headphones off, it just sounded like an army marching upon you.
Yeah.
Like it was
so
terrifying.
good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But that part was a lot of fun to do.
It was so much fun. We were like, we're gonna have to release 4-Leaf Clover, the stomp version, where it's just stomps.
Stomping
Just
the whole
stomping.
time.
Just 4.5 minutes of stomps.
Yeah. No, it was
So
so
let
good.
us know if you want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give
We
it to
can do
you.
that.
We
will.
can make that
We'll
happen.
do it. Yeah.
Jay's
For
watching
sure.
this and going, no.
Please
No,
don't.
no.
Please
He's like,
don't.
no.
Please
No,
don't.
no.
Please don't make me do
we
that.
can't make the stomp version. Stomp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And just back to the, Greg and Eric and really everyone we worked with here, so much time and energy and late night FaceTime calls and Sunday meetups and
Driving out to the studio, that was not
Yes.
close
I
for
know.
them.
And
Yeah.
it was
Like-
after a snowstorm, right?
Yeah.
The roads were not great that day.
no.
So thank you.
Yeah.
And also, we had met a couple times with Greg and Eric. Josh came in like last minute
He totally
just-
Yeah.
did it, and it was great.
Yep.
So
So you'll hear
Shout
he
out to
played
all of them.
boron.
And the fiddler, as
fiddler,
we keep calling
Mr.
him.
Adam.
The fiddler.
Mr. Fiddler.
He did an incredible job and
Yeah.
I think when you hear that fiddle like kind of introduced right at the end of the song there, it makes you go, oh my god, like it's the start to more.
Yeah.
And then the song
Yeah.
ends and okay, let's talk about the crock of gold.
yes.
Oh,
Because we're
right,
talking
yeah.
about 4-Leaf Clover. We haven't mentioned anything
Yeah.
about the crock of
4-Leaf
gold.
Clover featuring the crock of gold.
So I had reached out to Greg and Eric to see if they would be interested in getting involved and told them like I really want the song to end and this really Irishy reel or something to happen that really just drives home this whole idea of it being sort of this Irish song. And Greg was like, Greg had some ideas and we really loved them. A lot of them we actually ended up keeping,
Yeah.
much to his dismay. and Eric said, "Hey, there's this song and I have never played it, but I have it in my head and I think it'd be perfect." And he
'Cause
literally
originally the plan was to have it be all new.
yeah,
music.
Yeah.
just original stuff.
Let
that
them
He was
come
like,
up with
every time
something.
I try to come up with something, this is what is in my head. So let's embrace it.
Yeah, so he picked up his flute and he just started playing and he sent me a voice memo and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so beautiful." And I forwarded it to you guys and we were all like, "Okay, well now that we've fallen in love with this song written by someone else,
How do we get in touch with
How
said
do we do
person?
this?
How do we legally do this without stealing their music?
I started looking up the composer's name, found out the composer had passed away, but his son owned like his estate, the rights to his music. So I started calling
Ireland.
Desmond Broderick's across Ireland.
Wait, different ones?
Yes.
I don't think I heard about this. You were just calling anyone with his name?
I was just searching and Googling, and I made so many.
Were you talking to strangers?
Sorry, Mom, for all of the long distance
phone
charges.
calls to Ireland.
Yeah,
that's so
like
funny.
I talked
Were
to
people
there was
like,
a Desmond.
no, that's not me.
No, there was a Desmond Broderick that was a dentist.
That's so funny.
That I spoke to. The other ones I didn't get particular details on, but yes, I was just looking up Desmond Brodericks in that area and calling. And then I found on Instagram this podcast that he had been on talking about his dad's music quite a while back. And I guess the girl who hosted the podcast was his cousin. So I reached out there and she said, send me some of your info and exactly what it is you're looking to do. I'll forward it to my cousin. And then if he's cool with it, I'll send his information and then you guys can get in touch. And so she did, and he was cool with it, and he said, absolutely, you can use the song as long as we credit him, of course. And
for sure.
That song truly makes
and
makes
like
the song.
how
My
perfect
goodness.
is it that it's called the Crock of Gold?
Yeah,
like
the
it's
four-leaf
crazy.
clover and the crock of
Come
gold.
on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything about it just was perfect.
Yeah. So cool. So special.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very grateful that all worked out, because for a second there I was afraid we weren't going to hear back from Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we talk a little bit about the is there anything really to say about like the demoing and the studio process and what that all looked like? Because we've gone heavy on the songwriting and heavy on the Irish musicians.
I mean, we could talk a little bit about like the recording, but I think it was all very like we just did it, you know? We were lucky enough that producer Jay kind of saw that our whole thing is our harmonies and singing together. So he set it up so that we could all sing at the same time in the studio, because sometimes having 3 vocalists, you don't want our mics all bleeding together because then it makes it hard to mix. So he worked it out so we could be in like 3 separate rooms but all able to see each other while we were recording, so that we could do vocals at the same time, which definitely suits us.
It does.
Yeah.
We've in the past had recording experiences where we've tried to record separately and then have the girl singing melody record and then the next one go and record their harmony and then so on and so forth, and it just doesn't feel like
it just doesn't like click.
It doesn't click. It doesn't line up. It doesn't feel like that magical feeling we get when we're singing together. So he was able to set it up so that we can eye contact, we can lock in with each other, and those are the best takes every single time.
There was one song where Kat and I were playing rock, paper, scissors across
Oh, yeah. We were doing that.
How did I miss that?
I think you might have.
It might have been.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on
Bleep that out.
then.
So that'll be on that one.
We'll talk about that then.
I forgot about that. I thought you were about to say something embarrassing about me. I was like, what did I do?
Yeah. I think the recording, it was just fun. It was just fun.
was.
I was dying. But aside from that.
But it was fun.
Yeah. If there's nothing else to talk about, do we want to just play the song and listen to it?
Oh, do we want to talk about the funny foreshadowing?
Yeah.
I think
talk about this and we can
insert
can add
pictures
the
and
clip
stuff.
and
I just think it's so funny that, you know, so our first EP, Here's to the Dreamers, came out.
If you haven't listened to it yet, you should do that.
And I was going through my camera roll earlier and I have pictures of the day we got all the CDs came in and we met up at Hubbard Park and to do kind of an unboxing and opening them all together. And Sophia, as we have already kind of discussed, tends to find 4-leaf clovers, hence the whole song coming about. That day, she had found, I don't even know how
I found like 10.
Yeah. I mean,
in the same
in the
day, in
pictures
one
that
day.
I have, she's holding at least 2. But so I was going through my camera roll and I just found a picture of one of us holding the CD with a 4-leaf clover, like in our hand, like the CD and the 4-leaf clover. And I just think that's such funny, like, coincidence that it's like our first EP and just like foreshadowing what the first single off our next project is going to be. I think that's
We
so
haven't even released the first
crazy.
one yet.
We hadn't even written the song yet. Four-leaf clover
we
yet.
were like a year away from writing.
Like, I just think
At
that's such
least
a
a year.
funny coincidence.
And it's very possible because all of the 4-leaf clovers in that notebook, I think, had all been found on that day. So it's very possible that I found the 4-leaf clover that inspired 4-leaf clover on that day. We'll go with it because it sounds good. That is the 4-leaf clover I found on the day that we got our physical copies of Here's to the Dreamers in, and it's the 4-leaf clover that inspired 4-leaf clover, probably.
Probably. I just think
Probably.
that's so cool, and like, I don't know. I just think coincidences like that are just very interesting.
For sure,
Everything happens for a reason, and I don't know what the reason. I don't know. I just thought that was cool.
The reason is good songs.
Yeah.
Dreaming on. Good songs and dreaming on.
Anyways.
True story.
Put it on a pillow. I think we should end it with just listening to the song.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you have it on your computer?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. While Kat's doing that, do you really quick want to talk with me about where we're filming this and what significance this has? Because I kind of feel like
So we are recording this in Nightingale's Acoustic Cafe, and this is a place that, like, literally there would be no Midnight Anthem without this place.
absolutely not.
This was the first place that Kat and I came to. They used to have a teen open mic on, I think, Friday nights, and Kat and I came one night and we sang, and when we finished, Gail was like, would you ever want to play like a show for us? And Kat and I were like, yeah, sure, of course. And we brought Grace in on it, and all of our first gigs we played were because of Nightingale's and the Music Now Foundation and Gail and Dan. And then later down the road, that became the Midnight Anthem. So Kat and I stepped in here, and it's been too long since the last time we were here, but we stepped in, and it was like, feels like coming home in a weird way. Like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
This was where we used to try out songs when we wrote new songs and we weren't sure about them. We'd come to the open mic and play them and see what the response was. And yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, I was going to say how crazy is it that, you know, some of those first songs, some of the first times we ever played our music out live was here. It was in this room.
Here's to the Dreamers. The first time I ever played that live was here in this room.
And then now, years later, we're sitting talking about trying to film this podcast style video project for our new era of music that will be coming out this year. And we're like, where's the right place? And here. You always find your way back home, Hannah Montana.
Always find your way back home.
And yeah, it just feels good being in here. It's comfortable. This feels like such a room, a positive, creative environment.
Space. Yeah, for sure.
All right, everybody. If you haven't already, our single 4-Leaf Clover came out
now
on March 13th.
Yes.
Our single 4-Leaf Clover is out everywhere now. You can listen to it, share it, enjoy it, feel it.
Find us on all the social medias.
Yes.
And tell us how you feel. Tell us if you like it. Tell us if you want more.
We want to know what it takes you back to.
Yes.
What your coffee order is.
What song you sing
and
in the
what
shower.
song you sing in the shower. You have to let us know. But hey, let's listen to it.
Let's listen to 4-Leaf Clover.
Here goes.
This song wasn't supposed to be about you. Finally got rid of the blue in my green eyes. I packed up everything that reminded me of you, and I tried my best to move on with my life. But pressed between the lines of a love song, I never got to play, 'cause I thought our luck wouldn't run out if I tucked it safely away.
at 17. It looks the same now, even at 23. Like a blue-eyed boy who's smiling, spinning me in a field of violets. Picked it up and placed it in my hair. Made me believe we found forever there. I know you've moved on, no need for closure, while I'm still staring at a four-leaf clover.
Suddenly the sky was falling around me. Like the rain, the memories came flooding back. Driving to your parents, singing the high kings. You never did give me that CD back. But pressed between the lines of a love song I never got to play was the charm you gave me in July, the only souvenir that remains.
Evergreen, found it at 17. It looks the same now, even at 23. Like a blue-eyed boy who's smiling, spinning me in a field of violets. Picked it up and placed it in my hair. Made me believe we found forever there. I know you've moved on, no need for closure, while I'm still staring at a four-leaf clover. And I can't unlearn the way you take your coffee, or your favorite movies, how you quote them to me, or the songs you'd sing in the shower. And I wonder if I've ever crossed your mind since your Irish goodbye. Now it's just a sweet and I. Evergreen, found it at 17. It still hurts now, even at 23, to see a blue-eyed boy who's smiling. I thought you'd be on one knee with a diamond. Picked it up and placed it in my hair. Made me believe we found forever there. I know you've moved on, no need for closure, while I'm still staring at a four-leaf clover. Oh, I know you've moved on, no need for closure.
Wow.
Well, guys, this has been so much fun. And I think we really quickly need to just take one last second to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been involved in the making of this song and supported us and encouraged us, including, you know, our producer, Jatron, our parents for always encouraging us to continue forward and seeing special things in our songs. To all the musicians that played on this, Adam Work on fiddle, Dominic Cuccia on percussion, Greg Bacon on bouzouki, Eric Chomka on Irish flute, Josh Salazar on boron, Jatron on guitars. Right? Did I miss anyone?
Yeah,
I think I got everyone.
Engineer.
Yes, and the man, JC, who sound engineered our project, and Desmond Broderick for allowing us to use Crock of Gold.
Ramplin, Dan, and Gail for letting us film here.
Yes,
at Nightingales.
absolutely.
And to all of you for listening. Thank you. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for being here today.
Seriously, if not for you listening
Yeah, for sure.
and watching this podcast and caring about our music and coming to shows and liking our stuff on Facebook and Instagram, it sounds so dumb, but that little teeny amount of support means we can continue doing this, and it inspires us to continue. So thank you guys. Seriously.
Yeah. All right. And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
One last time, I'm Grace.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Kat.
And we are
The
the Midnight
Midnight
Anthem.
Anthem.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.